Hey everyone, this is Austin and welcome back to another video. And this is the video that I actually was supposed to do a little while ago, but I kind of haven't really got around to the script. And the sole factor is, this is a very tricky subject, especially that people take my bad takes videos, and I think people just do not understand what is a joke and what's not. But then again, we're on the internet and most people actually really do not understand anything, but they still speak about it. I mean, we have people talking about certain animes. I mean, we had someone with Shield Hero trying to claim episode 22 that had everything that was quite vital to explain what the heroes and how they work was pointless. We live in that kind of day and age, but nonetheless, so going to, what an isekai is, and before I do have to stress, I swear, I don't know why I have to, but some people do not understand. This video, do not take 100% seriously. I am just being a very funny guy, poking fun of a very stupid and pointless, honestly, hatred for a genre that, isn't as bad as people give it to, and I find it mostly hypocritical, nonetheless. But what is an isekai? An isekai is an another world anime, and it can vary from isekai, a regular in another world, or it can go to a reverse isekai when we have recreators. I mean, if you haven't watched it, I recommend it. I wouldn't say it's the best kind of isekai out there, reverse isekai. I mean, we do have a Devil's Part-Timer, which is another famous reverse isekai that people like. I'm kind of surprised people still haven't watched it. An isekai isn't exclusive to being, just a wholesome, child-friendly, or teenage kind of audience in a sense of an anime. It can be, a very mature anime. And that's kind of what the beauty of an isekai is, because it's not limited to just one, audience. And we're all going to be honest here. We all know we watch, good old animes that aren't really meant for our age group. I mean, I'll watch a good old child-friendly anime because it's adorable, and sometimes Papa needs a little happiness in his life. But all jokes aside, isekai is just a genre. I understand why people can hate, and why, the dislike is there. But as I keep saying, my motto is hating a genre is just not really a thing you should be doing, because it just limits who you are. And honestly, do you call yourself an anime watcher or a weeb when you just only watch one kind of genre? I mean, there's so many good genres out there that people just do not watch. And I mean, people are hating on the whole comedic genre right now, and it's a little upsetting, because if you watch the older animes, they had a lot of those kind of animes, and they're really good. I mean, Hayate, the good old combat butler, was so good. I mean, it's sad. It really is that we live in this kind of time period with people from the West that are weebs, or so claiming to be weebs, that just think their taste coming into anime is better than everyone else because they like shonen. And I don't like that kind of thinking process in the community, and it makes it toxic. And I mean, we already had issues in the anime community already with, who's stronger than Goku, but nonetheless, getting to the hate to, on isekai. Now, I see a lot of arguments, and I'm going to only highlight one main argument for the simple fact that it's the most common one you'll see, especially on YouTube, that certain people or characters in, isekais are very overpowered, and, it's just like watching someone eat something and saying they didn't do it. I mean, let me explain that. It's a really bad metaphor and bad joke, but we see people hate on, Toya from Another World with My Smartphone and say he's a very bad, overpowered character, and they still will go and watch Dragon Ball and love Goku. Yeah, I did that. But it's just, this kind of stuff is hypocritical at most, and I think people need to tone down the haterade, or, pump the hate brakes, as Deadpool would say. But it's honestly, I understand why they do not like it. Yes, an overpowered main character can be very boring, but to blankly say, hey, all isekais are bad because every main character is overpowered, you see poor Subaru crying in the corner. Yeah, I had a self-censor in that area, but it's hilarious that they always say something so broad. It doesn't help their argument. It shows that they do not watch isekai. I mean, for you to hate, or honestly, yeah, just hate anything in general, you have to actually put effort and forth with researching it. I mean, blindly hating is just a very horrible thing. I mean, come on. If you want to hate something, go ahead. You're free to do that. But if you're going to hate something, have a reason to hate it. I mean, I understand people that do not like Shield Hero or hate Shield Hero, and most people that hate Shield Hero, in a sense, not dislike it. I have to clarify that there's a big difference between hate and dislike. People that hate it usually is for political reasons, and then I have a policy of, in my Discord and, everything else, if you're going to insert politics into a Eastern animated cartoon, you have no right to consume that product. You will not live a happy life, and you have my sympathy about that, because that's a very sad life, being so bothered by something that isn't even your, country's entertainment. Can you imagine that? Really? But nonetheless, going onto shonen now. Shonen's a very interesting thing. It can be a variety of things. It could be a very dark, but still in the middle, and usually it's just made for one kind of audience, which is the teenagers. And that's why it's popular. I mean, look at Marvel. Marvel is popular because they haven't really gone over the R rating, unless you're counting Fox, which Fox now is in Marvel, so I guess this argument is kind of invalid, but you know what I mean. Like the Avengers movies, that whole thing, they never were really, really, really dark, like, some people would think they should be. I mean, I can go on a whole ramble about Civil War of how that was just so bad, that movie, but I'm not that channel. But nonetheless, it's just, Shonen's a very interesting genre. I like Shonen. I mean, I've watched Shonen because I was raised on Shonen. And Shonen's just, honestly, a pretty easy to understand thing, and I get why people like it. I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. It's more of the sense of, isekais can have very complex stories, and I understand you're consuming entertainment just to consume it. And you have the right to do that. I honestly think you should, if you do not want to think. I mean, I come back from college after a psychology class feeling like I need to go and lay down and just consume stuff that isn't really have any substance to it. I mean, I watch Mockingjay because there's really no story in there. We all know that. There's only real plot. But all jokes aside, I understand why people like it. I understand why people like Isekai, and I think a lot of people are forgetting the whole fact of what what happened to Shonen. It used to be hated just like Isekai. And I mean, currently in Japan, if I remember correctly, it's not that... They don't like it as much as they like Isekai, and a lot of people don't know why the Japanese love Isekai, and let me be the person to educate you. I am going to inform you. Isekai is a way for these poor, Japanese men or women that are going through a really rough time in their life. And I mean, thinking about it, working overtime what I saw, 64 hours, which I don't really believe the study, but, you can't believe everything you see on the internet half the time. But imagine working so much that you don't have time for yourself, and you have a boss that yells at you all the time, and you want to escape that. And it's a form of escapism, and that it's just hilarious because people get very upset with certain shonens being attacked and say, oh, it's escapism, but they do the same thing to their own community. It's just like, huh? Who are you? Don't play the double standards in this community. I mean, we already have enough issues, but I love shonen and I love isekai. I love most genres. I do dislike certain genres. I'm not a big fan of Idol. And, I know a lot of people like Idol. I don't go and attack Idol, and the only thing you'll ever see me full forcefully attack is a bad story, because I like to consume stuff that makes me think, and I mean, that's why I watch certain animes, and sometimes I feel like I don't want to think. And I will go turn on, good old Naruto. I'm joking. Please know I'm joking. I love Naruto. I actually currently have a lot of trading cards from Naruto. Just have to let you know I'm joking, especially with My Hero, because I actually currently have a My Hero poster, and yeah, I haven't been caught up with it because, I don't know, it's just not my thing. The new seasons, but nonetheless, the whole hate part on Isekai is very contradictory in a sense of they're almost the same thing, honestly. The difference is Isekais don't have that age range that usually, Shonen have. I mean, some of you guys obviously have not watched some really dark Isekais, and it shows. But nonetheless, Shonen, the whole difference, in my opinion, the big difference between a Shonen and an Isekai, there really isn't that much when you really put it on paper, because an Isekai is just a Shonen in another world, because, for instance, in a Shonen, you have a very overpowered character. Some actually may train for it, and some may just get it. I mean, we have One Punch Man. I really do like One Punch Man. I really do as a character, because it's funny. Because, we're supposed to smile more and enjoy anime. That's what life is. Life is for happiness. And I think people forget that, and it's just a very upsetting thing, because I think everyone should enjoy what they want to, and if you don't like something, don't talk about it. I think we're at this point in this whole entire world that people just do not get. If you do not like something, don't talk about it. I don't like certain animes, I don't talk about it. Unless someone keeps pressing me about it, that's the only time you're going to ever see me really make a video and talk about it. But all jokes aside, Isekai Shonen, they're almost the same thing, but yet different. I know that may confuse a lot of people, but it's just, there's concepts that are almost the same thing, and I think the issue with Isekai and Shonen that usually draws a lot of hate is there's just so much generic Isekais, there's so much generic Shonens coming out, and I wouldn't be surprised there's a whole movement not to like Shonen in the West soon. I wouldn't, because I completely understand why people don't like Isekais. I mean, we have animes that are coming out that are very, very, very average and just not really good. And then we have, average abilities that's supposed to be average, but it's really good somehow, and I don't get what's going on with anime anymore, because Isekai, this was honestly 2019, let it be known, was the year of the Isekai, and we had a lot of bad Isekai, and a lot of bad Shonen, honestly, but it was good at the same time. And I mean, we had like Arefere, that was just really, really bad adapted, but it was enjoyable to watch to see how bad it was. And I like to have those kind of animes that are so bad that are hilarious. I don't know if you do that in your free time, because it's entertaining, honestly, and making jokes about it starts to feel like you're bullying it, but at the same time, I'm a fan of that series, and I like the manga and the source material, because it's good. I know that's the light novel, don't worry. You don't have to come and attack me, you little precious server. But, yeah, so, Shonen, Isekai, almost the same coin. As I said, I understand why people hate it. It's not they hate the genre. I think that's what they get mixed up. They hate that there's so many coming out that are just not good. I mean, we can't have a Rising the Shield Hero every season, but we can have stuff that are really close to it. I mean, this season we have average abilities that's really good, that stands out to me. Last season, we had the Mom Isekai that was honestly pretty good, and a lot of people slept on it because someone made a really bad joke, and the meme ruined it, but hey, what can you do? People will be people. But nonetheless, I just think at the end of the day, you should enjoy what you want to, and I know people that are watching through this video obviously got that I'm just being a very jokester person right now. I'm jesting, but some people are gonna watch this video about 5 seconds and get really upset with me and say that I'm attacking people and you're very hypocritical in this video. And that's something I think is really bad. That people need to enjoy what they want to enjoy and understand that there's jokes that are going to be said, and you shouldn't take everything seriously because life is short. And I mean, I can make an entire video about, the anime community on YouTube, and I'm going to just say this about the anime community. The issue that is why the anime community isn't doing so well as I thought it was doing, and honestly I made a channel just to kind of improve the anime community, is because everyone's trying to cover everything. I think that's a big issue. Everyone is good at a certain genre, And not everyone likes every anime. You will not see me cover an anime that I do not truly enjoy. I will drop anime that I don't enjoy covering. And I mean, you should enjoy what you enjoy and don't force yourself for views. That's just some, honest advice to people that are upcoming YouTubers and want to become a YouTuber with anime. But anyways, getting back to the whole Isekai Shonan thing. It's an interesting thing, the hate, and it's just really funny because I know I'm going to say something a blanket term here, but I'm just going to do what they do. Obviously, understand this is a joke. It's funny how Japan hates Shonen and the West hates Isekai. It's just like, it's hilarious, honestly, when you think about it, but I understand. We all have that anime that is really, really bad and kind of ruins it for everyone, and it's sad. But, as I said, the moral of the story, no joking in this, all jokes aside here, enjoy what you want to, honestly, and, ignore the hate. That's the best thing I can say about this, and, I hope we have better isekais and better shonens, because I enjoy both genres. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I do apologize for dragging this video out, but I just wanted to express myself in this. Please do consider subscribing. Honestly, it would mean a whole lot to me. And before someone asks me, why do you not have the like to dislike bar enabled? Because YouTube does not work, and I don't want to hear people, per se, get upset with me because their likes aren't counting. So it's more of a, here you go. Just know that if you like it kind of thing. But yeah, I have a Discord. That will be in the pinned comment down below. And I have a Twitter if you want to see me ramble on about stuff not on YouTube and make really bad jokes. There you go. And I mean, the Discord's the same thing almost. But yeah, you'll get live, time when I put out videos. But nonetheless, do share this video because I'm pretty sure YouTube and a lot of other people are going to try to report this video because it hits too true to home. And, YouTube likes to suppress me a whole lot for some reason. But, hey, what can you do? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. It means a whole lot, especially if you watch to the end of it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. This has been Austin. Signing out. Peace.